Well, hello there, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're having a good day, or a good evening, or a good night, whenever you're watching this video. Today we got a very exciting topic. It's gonna be like a rapid fire question and answer on behalf of Spirit, in the sense of like short readings and whatever question you have in mind, you're gonna get your answer. So I'm really excited about this one. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm really looking forward to it. And if you're looking forward to it as well, make yourself comfortable, make yourself at home. You already know the jazz. Before we jump right in, I wanted to mention, for those of you who might be interested in like a more having your own reading, your more personalized reading, I got a website now on which you can find that if you're interested in that. I also got another offer there, so if you're interested, you can just go and check it out. I'm gonna put the link in the description box and in the pinned comment as well, I think. So yeah, if you're interested, for those of you who might be curious, there it is. That being said, I really wanted to mention that, and now we're gonna get into it. Okay, so today, as you can see, we got 4 groups, but this one is gonna be a little different, not in the choosing, but in the how it works, because I'm gonna be channeling. My intention is that we're gonna have like very short readings, 5-10 minute max, I hope, he says. That's my intention. And I'm gonna be channeling messages without context. That is, I'm not gonna know what the heck we're talking about because you will be the one choosing that. I want you to look at the cards and focus on whichever question you want to focus on, whichever topic, whether you have a question, a situation in mind. I just wanted to focus on that and trust yourself that whichever pile you feel the most drawn to is the one that you need to go and watch. It's the part that's going to be holding the answers, which is going to make sense to you. And another thing I didn't mention in the introduction, my other intention with this reading is for it to be a confirmation. The messages I'm going to be channeling are not just random answers. They are confirmations of that which you already know, just to help you be more clear on that, so to speak. So yeah, take your time to really ask yourself and focus on whatever you're wanting to inquire about, whatever you're curious about. Then focus on the cards, and you can fast forward then directly to the timestamps that I'm going to be provided down below, either in the description box, in the pinned comment, likely both, where you'll be able to fast forward directly to your reading. This is going to be pile number 1. This is going to be pile number 2. This is going to be pile number 3, and this one is going to be pile number 4. Make your choice. If you got multiple questions in mind, by the way, you can come back to the reading again and again. I mean, if you got 4 questions, well, they're like, you got 4 piles, you know. So you do as you want. I'm gonna be seeing you in your reading. Hey there, pal number 1, how are you doing? That's gonna be your reading. If you chose the white card, I'm gonna get right into it then. So again, I'm gonna be channeling, as I said during the pick your pile section, that I'm going to be channeling the message with no contexts. So I really do want you to focus on, to be aware of that which you're inquiring about, okay? Can do that for me. So these are the cards that I already drew before, so we can like get straight to it. Yep. We got quite a few cards actually for your group. So I do see, when it comes to your situation that which you're inquiring about, that there is it's a pro and con kind of situation. It feels this way, as in you being in a place where you're judging like the pros and the cons of something. Like there's something that you are very interested in, but there's some drawbacks, or what feels like drawbacks, coming with it. And I'm getting this energy of like indecision as a result. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like indecision because we're not sure if that's the right decision to do, if that's the right thing for us, if we are doing the right thing, if we're on the right path, if that's the right person. You get my gist. We're not sure if that's the right thing for us because yes, there are things that we do want in the situation, but there are also things that we are seeing which are very likely, which we know could be potential drawbacks, and that's why we're like, I don't know. And Spirit is coming in hot, honestly, saying, why are you even considering that? There's almost like there's another thing coming up. It's like I'm getting this sort of indecision on one end, and on another end, I'm getting this idea of like, um, I would feel comfortable if I knew that it was quote unquote perfect, if I knew that everything was figured out beforehand, if I already know all the potential outcomes, I would feel much safer. Spirit's coming in hot saying, why the heck are you on Earth? If you already knew what would happen with 100% accuracy, where would be the fun in that? Why would you be human today? If anything, you'd be a spirit guide. You wouldn't be incarnated as a human. No, as humans, we don't know what's ahead of us because that's part of the fun. That's the roller coaster of our life. If you weren't in for the fun, you wouldn't be here. That's the kind of sensation I'm getting. So it's like Spirit is just inviting you to switch into the perspective, which you already do know that thing, but it's just a reminder here, a confirmation. It's like it's not a matter of is it good, is it not good, could there be better, is it perfect, is it not perfect, should I be waiting? It's like, do you want it, yes or no? You are in your mind viewing the situation. Spirit is asking you to listen to your heart and your intuition with discernment, obviously, because the heart as well can be like the signals I'm hearing, like the signals of the heart can be distorted by the mind. So you gotta know yourself and be honest with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Just take the time to be honest with yourself and brutally honest, and just say, okay, but what is it that you want though? Instead of just weighing the pros and the cons, there will be pros and cons to everything that you do in life. Everything will come with pros and with contrast. That's the whole premise of our existence here on this world. So it's like, why are you considering the cons? That's the idea. Like, why are you looking at the tiny bits and bobs of contrast? There will be contrast everywhere. For as long as light is being shined, for as long as there's a sun, there will always be a shadow behind the trunk of a tree. You don't want the shadow, well, you must not have a sun either then, because the shadow is a byproduct. You cannot have the light without having the contrast. So it's like, it's not a matter of like, why do you try to make it perfect? It's more like a choice of like, choose your contrast at this point. There will always be contrast. There will always be things that inspire you to become even more. That's the never-ending process of life, which is beautiful. Stop considering the pros and the cons and start being genuine with yourself, whether that's something that excites you, yes or no. Does it genuinely spark something within you? Yes or no? That's the only question that matters, and the answer to that is the only one that matters. Spirit is asking you to do something that you already know, which is stop listening to yourself, to your mind rather. Stop listening to your mind and just start listening to your intuition, to your knowing. It's like, is it genuinely exciting? Yes, then go for it. Is it genuinely exciting? No, feels like a bad idea, then don't do it. End of the story. There's nothing more to discuss, really. There's definitely that, and there's also the idea that Spirit wants to remind you that everything always happens so as to serve you. Everything always happens in your highest interest, and there's no better time than that to remind yourself, even if things don't turn out to be the way you would expect them, doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. Doesn't mean you're gonna get hurt. Doesn't mean that it's gonna be painful. Our minds tend to jump straight to this thing. It's like, even if it doesn't turn out the way we would prefer it to turn out, doesn't mean it's gonna be something that we don't prefer. It could be different, but even better than what we expect. It could be different, something we don't prefer, in which case it's like, well, you know what? You've learned something. Spirit is just wanting to make you realize that there is nothing to lose, even if the mind truly sometimes believes that there's a lot to lose. There's never truly anything to lose. Can't lose yourself, you'll always be learning. Is it exciting, yes or no? That's all. Stop asking yourself these questions, making these like lists of the pros and the cons. You're not gonna figure it out this way. Okay? I hope this was useful, part number one. I hope that it brought clarity, that reminded you of your own inner guidance. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe. That would support me a lot. Please let me know in the comments how it went. I'd be very curious about that. And yeah, I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. I'm going to move on to group number 2 now. See ya. Hey, part number 2, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. If you choose that card, it's going to be a reading, and we're going to get right into it. For part number 2, we don't have many cards, so I think it's going to be a pretty straight up reading. A very lovely one, to be honest. There is I'm tapping in anxiety. I'm tapping in like the fear of wanting to control something and not really knowing it. I'm just getting the sensation that you're wanting to create something, that you're inquiring at something that you wish to see happen, but you're a little stressed out because you don't know how it could happen. That's kind of the general gist I'm getting here. Yeah, like I'm really curious about that thing. I'm wanting it to happen, but it just feels like I don't have control over the situation, and that's stressing me out because I really want to see this come to life. It's kind of the gist I'm getting. Spirit is asking you to tune back into your heart for a minute. Feels a little similar to part number 1, I'm not gonna lie, as the message which is coming through. Like the crow spirit co-create with spirit is like, spirit is asking you to tune back into your heart, because I just see you like stuck in your mind and just reassessing, even if you don't mean to. It's like some of you, it could, like the questions you ask in a situation you're inquiring about doesn't feel like anything remotely heavy or remotely stressful, but I still get this energy of you, like, even if it's playful, even if it feels like light-hearted, you're still in your mind trying to figure it out. Even if it's not something serious, you're still in your mind, and the spirit is saying, like, get out of your mind. You're not seeing the situation for what it is. Spirit is wanting to tune back in yourself to, I'm hearing the word meditation for those of you who like doing that. But if that's not something that you're wanting to do right now, take the time to have a you moment. Do something that you like. Tune back in your body. Tune back within yourself and out of your mind. And that's gonna bring you back to the knowing that it's gonna happen if it needs to. If you don't feel like you're in control of the situation, well, why is it so bad then? It means that you don't have any quote-unquote responsibility in that. You don't have any control, so who cares? And Spirit is really asking you to detach from the situation, I feel like. It's like it will happen if it needs to. And what I'm hearing is it will happen, but you being stuck in your mind may be introducing unnecessary resistance. Another kind of like, be playful, you're never alone. And we even got like the freaking Queen of Swords as the tarot card. It's like, I feel like there is a lot of power, a lot of energy moving through, but you're not tapping into it because you're stuck in the mind at the moment. One thing is like, I don't know how it's gonna happen. The answer is you're never alone. With the Otter Spirit, it's like, it's such a beautiful, such a cute card. The answer is like, if this is meant to be, the support will show up as it needs to. If it feels out of control, well, that's that much better, because it means that you have to detach from it and let it happen how it's meant to be. If it does not happen, it means there's something better, or that it's not for you right now. If it does not happen, it means you're probably dodging a bullet. But whatever I'm hearing is like, if it's meant for you, you could. If it's meant for you, it won't miss you. So why are you worrying? It's understandable that you are like very attached to it, so you're worried that it may not happen. The Spirit is really asking you, is like, you being so attached to it is making you miss so many points. It's making you miss the fact that you do have some control in this situation. We got like the Queen of Swords again. It's like there is control, quote unquote, control in this situation, but you just don't see it because of your mentality on the topic right now. This control that you have is not the one that that you wish you had. It's not the same kind of control I'm hearing. First of all, it's like, again, there is the support. If support is needed, support will show up. If support doesn't show up, it's because it's not needed, period. Be playful is just the invitation to just like get your mind out of the situation. You're way too close to it to be able to figure it out. It's like, I just see you like having your head stuck in the mud and wondering why everything's dark. It's like, well, please pull your head out of there, wash it, and you'll see. It's like, yeah, like take your mind off of that altogether, because I just see you like being so attached to the outcome that you're introducing a lot of resistance when it comes to how it's meant to unfold. So please distract yourself, be playful. Play with yourself, distract yourself, play with the situation, understand that there's nothing to be lost. If it does not happen, again, it's not a bad thing. If it does happen, well, it will happen in its own terms. And another thing is like, Queen of Swords, Spirit is wanting you to notice that you have a lot of control actually within the context of the situation, but you are displacing your power completely. And that's, I feel, is the most empowering message here, is like, you being so attached to the outcome that you want to see happen is displacing the entirety of your power, so much so that you feel so powerless towards it happening a certain way. And that's why you start freaking out. That's why there is like this hamster and wheel, which is the image I'm getting whenever I tune into your mind right now. It's like, oh my god, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I need it to happen. It's like, chill out for a second. You spinning in a wheel right like that won't bring you anywhere. If anything, you'll go in circles. Guess what? That's a wheel. Queen of Swords is really giving me this energy of an unapologetic person who knows their power and knows which. It's like a very mature energy that you do have, but you're again displacing it completely to the degree that you're not even realizing that you got that. Crazy. It's like the Queen of Swords knows which war is worth fighting and which one is just futile. And that's kind of the situation. It's like, you need to know what is worth fighting for and what is futile. You need to know what is within your control and what is not within your control, and be okay with it. If you're so attached to it and you just cannot let it go for the love of God, well, perhaps there's a signal for you that there's something fishy going on underneath. Why the heck are you this badly attached to it? Why is it that you're not even considering any other option? If the attachment is this strong, Spirit is saying, use that as an opportunity to investigate it at this point. That's where the power lies. But I just feel like for each one of you, it's going to be different, but there is so much power built in you. You are a very powerful person. You are a person who is very smart, very far from stupid, and you feeling powerless is very much not like you. You feeling like so powerlessly attached to a situation doesn't feel natural here. That's why Spirit is like, understandable, but that's not true. Please come back to yourself, because you're missing the point here. Okay? This is, Spirit is not saying no, Spirit is not saying yes, Spirit is saying that you're not seeing it from the angle which helps you to better relate and navigate through a situation, through your request. Okay? I hope this was useful. Pile number 2, I hope this was beneficial. Please let me know down in the comments how it went for you. I would love to know. Very, very curious readings that we have today. So I don't have the context, but now I do want to know what the heck is going on, you know? Please like the video and subscribe if that's not already done. That would support me a lot. That being said, I wish you the best. I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Till then, I wish you the best. Bye. Hey there, pile number 3. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. If you chose this card, there's going to be a reading, so we're going to get right into it. When it comes to confirming your upright better. When when it comes to confirming that which you already know in this situation, we got quite some cards actually going on. Two birds, two. Just feel like we're gonna put them this way. Makes no sense. I like it. So, when it comes to your situation, when it comes to your question, the answer is yes and yes. However, we got many cards because there's a bit of things to focus on. I'm just getting like this energy of, it's like the answer is on behalf of spirit. I just see like a little kid asking about one of their biggest dreams to God, and they just ask with a shaky voice because they feel very uncertain. They don't know if they are allowed to ask for their dreams to be met, and God is just like, yes, obviously, but now it's time to figure out why you feel so uncertain, why you feel so uncertain about it. So it's like I'm re-getting in this energy of like a shaky asking, like I'm asking something which I really do care about to the universe, but there are some feelings of unworthiness, there are feelings of uncertainty, there are feelings of, but in the past it has not happened, so I just feel like I've lost faith. There's a lot of doubt, long story short, coming through, and Spirit is saying yes, double yes. Please use that as an opportunity though. You feel so uncertain about it, explore the uncertainty, goddammit. You deserve to feel good when you ask about something. If it feels like such a challenge to open yourself up to your dreams, well, perhaps it's time to just look at why your voice is so shaky. Why do you feel so uncertain about it? If this uncertainty is this strong, explore it, go deeper. Like, just the tarot, just the fact we got two flying birds, like Four of Wands is celebration, Ace of Cups is fulfilling new beginning. It's like yes, double yes. Again, we got the flying birds in this card. It's like the depiction of this card is like a phoenix breaking free from its chains. So it's like, of course, it's a yes. You wanted this badly because it is already yours in the future, because it is meant for you. Your soul chose that thing even before you came in this lifetime. So of course, yes, it's yours. No one is going to be stealing it from you. There's your name on the package. This present's got your name on it. No one's gonna take it. You know, it's like it's waiting for you. It's there. But again, it's like the fact, as much as the answer is very clear and straightforward, Spirit is wanting to bring your attention on why do you feel so uncertain about it? Because it hasn't happened in the past, because you feel like you're not worth it. Is like, do you sense, do you feel it yourself? And that's what Spirit is asking you to focus on at the moment. Go deeper, work through your feelings. It's like there's definitely, yeah, a request on behalf of Spirit. Now that you know the answer, now that you know the answer, even that feels silly to say, honestly, it's like, now that we have confirmed you for the thousandth time, the answer which you already knew, especially for how many times we've repeated to you, it's not the first time you got said that. Now please start focusing on that though, because this is the resistance that you have to it ultimately. Why do you feel unworthy of it? If you saw a pretty girl, a beautiful, handsome little boy who just asked to their parents, just asked to you, like, let's pretend a kid that you don't know, a beautiful little girl, a beautiful little boy that just asks you if you can give them the package that you have received from Amazon, who was actually destined to them, but like, you know, the postman just made a mistake and delivered the parcel in front of your front door instead of theirs, you know. And now they're just, this little kid is just coming to, is like, would you please give it back to me because it was mine, but the postman just made a mistake and give it to you? What would you say? Like, of course. It's like, beautiful little kid, of course I would give it to you. That's yours. What the heck am I doing with it anyways? It's like your worth has never been on the table to discuss. The fact that you're worthy of it or not has never been questioned. This whole discussion around worth has never been considered on the other side, on the spiritual side. That's not even a word that spirit talk about. That's just in your head. So that's really what spirit is saying is like, of course you deserve it. Why are you so uncertain about it? That's a rhetorical question, as in, you can tell that you feel very uncertain about it. You can feel how uneasy it is for you to open up to that which is yours, to that which you deserve. Please explore it, okay? Please take the time to hold space for yourself with patience, with compassion, to explore it, okay? I hope this was useful. Part number 3. That was so sweet. Can I just add that? It was like such a beautiful, touching reading. I really do wish to know how it went for you. Please let me know down in the comments what's the context to that. I'd love to know. It just feels so cute. Like the energy I'm getting is just so cute. So yeah, please like the video and subscribe if that's not already done. That would support me a lot. That being said, I wish you the best. I wish you to fall in love with yourself. I wish you to have a good cry if that's what's necessary. I wish you to see yourself through the eyes of compassion, honestly, because you deserve it. You know what? I wish you the best. I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. Till then, I'm going to move on to part number 4. Bye. Hey there, part number 4. How are you doing? If you chose this card, that's your reading. So I hope that you're ready. That's the second take because I realized that my camera was like recording in portrait mode, which is not very handy on YouTube. So I'm doing it again. So yeah, the card's already flipped over. And we're gonna start it over. So basically the answer is to whatever question or situation you're inquiring about, the straight answer is no, of course not. And that should relieve you. That's the funny thing about it, because I know that some people are like, no, that no is not the answer I was waiting for. No is not the answer that I like. It's not preferred. I wish it was just a straight up yes, of course it can go. Yes, of course it's gonna work out. And the spirit's like, no, it's not, and it's for the best. What I'm hearing is like with the full moon in Pisces, with the 7 of Cups, there is an element of illusion. There is a lie. There is a veil. There is something which is not being seen for its authentic nature in the situation, whether it is on your end that you are staying a little like delusional, that you're not really wanting to look at it for real, that you're not wanting to consciously confront yourself to the reality of what it is, consciously or unconsciously, voluntarily, involuntarily, if that's so. I hope it's said this way. Yeah, it may be coming from your end. So in that case, it's spirit just saying like, please be honest with yourself. It's gonna make yourself dodgeable. It may also be on the other end, like someone just inquiring like, am I gonna get into a relationship with this person? Am I going to marry this person? Or will this project work out? Will I get the promotion? It's like, again, 1,000 different questions are being asked on this reading. And what I'm hearing is like, no, because you're not seeing the thing in its entirety. You're not seeing the truth, because if it's not you, it hasn't been communicated in a transparent way. You think you know what's going on. It's not the case. That's what I'm hearing. And that's why the answer is no, because you are spiritually protected, and that spirit is making you judgeable. The saying that pops up to my mind immediately when I'm seeing the energy of this reading is, so, like, rejection is God's protection. That is the energy of this reading. It's like, to some of you, knowing that the answer is no is a relief. Depends on how you formulated your question, in which situation you're inquiring about. For some of you, hearing that the answer is no feels like a pain in the butt, and to those people, it's to everyone really, it's rejection is God protection. It's like, yes, you may be attached to it, there's something much better, And trust us when we say that when you will see in the future what you are currently dealing with, you won't regret that it did not work out for you. But perhaps you may not see it today. Okay, so it's just like, no, the universe, your spirit team is protecting you and ensuring that it does not happen this way, at least, because they want to keep you safe. They're making you dodge a bullet. That's why the answer is no. Um, and we got a few things like Ace of, book the camera. Ace of Swords is, didn't even realize, it's like, I saw we had the Ace of Swords, but now I'm understanding why it's there. I didn't even realize it. It's like Ace of Swords is cutting through the BS, cutting through the lies, cutting through the illusion. It's like there is this energy of big fat illusion, but to some of you, you may not see it. And it's not, again, some of you, it may be because you're not being honest. The majority of you, I just feel like it's not within your control. It's like you genuinely don't know because it genuinely hasn't been communicated clearly. That's why Spirit is saying that's okay if you don't get it. We're keeping you safe anyways. But the Ace of Swords really tells me that the truth will come out very soon, but you'll have to be a little patient. It's like the Spirit is just asking you to move on, and I just feel that the majority of you have already had this intuition and have not listened to it. The majority of you were like, oh, I like it, but somehow it feels not good, but I don't care because I really like it. And Spirit saying, next time you will trust yourself a little more. The truth will show up. The entirety of the truth will be revealed very soon, but you'll have to be patient. And right now, you're just asked to just forget about it and move on, basically, because that's the best patience-related tip the Spirit would give you at this moment. The most patient way you can be is just to forget about it, honestly, and the truth will just come at a moment where you won't care about it anymore. Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, it gave me, it's like for some of you, it's not for all of you, it feels a little situation, it's like for some of you, the situation that you're inquiring about is just, it would have introduced some unnecessary complications. Like, the Two of Pentacles is like juggling between two things, and it's like, Spirit is like, you don't need that. It's like, it's not bringing anything real positive in your experience right now, so why? Just why? That's one thing. And I just feel like some of you are like, oh, thank God it's a no. But others of you, again, are a little disappointed by it. So just take action. What do you need to release? I'm gonna bring out another tarot card for these two cards, which are bringing my attention. Is that going back to the beginning? There's this energy of like going back to the drawing board. Okay, this is like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Palom, before, this is the most like scared reading that I have out of the four, because I just feel like you're coming in with so many different situations and the way you relate to it is so, it's like we have many different people with many completely different like questions and situations here. That's why I'm picking up on a lot of different things, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. Forcing in what does not resonate will just make no sense, I feel. That's why I'm picking up a few things here, a few things there, but it just feels like it doesn't apply to everyone here. So, like, take that. For some of you, there's a call to go back to the drawing board. It could have something to do with those who haven't been truly honest with themselves, and spirits are like, we're not mad at you for that. It's like, no one's judging you for that, okay? If you haven't been real honest with yourself and you were a little delusional about you making it much better and sugarcoating it so as to make it look like super beautiful whenever it actually isn't, that's okay. But there's a calling for some of you to go back to the drawing board, honestly. Like, why did this question arise? Why were you confronted to a situation? Again, it doesn't concern everyone, but why are you so attached to it? Why does it hurt so bad to hear a no in this situation? That's the question I'm hearing. It's like, what, like literally, what do you need to release? It just feels like there's something a little funky going on in your energy field right now. It's nothing serious, and Spirit is like, you're not judged for it again, but it may be time to go back to the drawing board. It's like, what is it that you truly want instead of want because you have been told so, want because other people have it too? What is it that generally feels good to you? And just like starting being a little more unapologetic when it comes to your likings and your dislikes. Like there's this energy of having confused and mixed up our desires for other people's desires, if it makes sense. So there's this idea of like coming back to oneself, releasing the clutter and the noise from other people, tuning back and owning unapologetically what we do want, which may not actually correspond to the situation that we have been presented and used to be so attached to. I hope it makes sense. So yeah, part number 4, I hope it made sense, because I just feel like I've picked up on a lot of different things that may not concern all of you at once. So again, I really do hope it was helpful, because I still think it was a very interesting, very empowering reading. I just feel like some of you may be genuinely dodging a real bullet here, so that's a good thing. While others of you are, I just feel like, are so relieved to know that it's not going to work out. So again, many different topics being discussed here. Please let me know down in the comments. I went for you. I'd love to know what the context is then, because like right here, I just feel like I'm throwing things left and right. I'd love to know what's going on. And also, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if that's not already done. That support me a lot. That being said, I wish you all the best. I wish you to have fun for whatever reason playing and having fun seems relevant right now. But I wish you to have a good time. There you go. And yeah, I'm gonna be seeing you in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye.